Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Ray's Reviews. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the drop in the crypto earn rates for Crypto.com and my thoughts on them as an Icy White Card holder. So recently, Crypto.com announced a drop on their crypto earn rates for fixed 1 month and 3 month terms. And now, starting on April 4th, you will have a tiered cap max of up to $30,000 on crypto earn products, where you're going to get the tier 1 rates or the full earning rate. And any funds that you put in crypto earn beyond $30,000 will make you eligible for only 50% of the full earnings rate. And other than a few crypto coins like ETH, DOT, and Matic, the earning rates for coins have dropped all across the board, including stable coins. Now, one of the first questions I asked was, is this $30,000 limit on each coin or across your entire portfolio? And unfortunately, the answer is that it's across your entire crypto earn portfolio, but your regular CRO stake for the card is unaffected and you're still eligible for the full interest amount, and you can stake as much CRO as you like with the full interest amount. And with that move, there has been a lot of backlash on social media, with people saying things like they're going to immediately sell all of their CRO once their stake is complete and leave Crypto.com, or they felt that Crypto.com betrayed them. So I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts on these changes as an Icy White Card holder and a longtime user of the Crypto.com platform. So first, I'm going to explain why I think they had to do this, and then I'll talk about areas where I feel Crypto.com could have improved. But first, let's address the overreaction on social media. My first thought, it's not the end of the world. I know the rate changes kind of suck, but the company hasn't fundamentally changed. It's still trying to achieve its mission to have cryptocurrency in every wallet. It's still on track to hit 100 million users by the end of 2023. The marketing is still top notch, and Crypto.com is still growing like crazy. Those are all some of the really good positives. And also, the Chronos ecosystem is also rapidly growing, which a lot of people are forgetting about as well. But I totally understand why some people are upset. Now, Crypto.com never guaranteed that the rates would stay the same all the time. Like in the traditional world, interest rates change all the time. Like even mortgage rates, they fluctuate year to year, month to month, day to day. Like treasury bills in the 1980s were like 15% back in the day, and today they're less than 1%. So we give traditional finance a lot of slack, but to kind of expect a crypto company to never change their interest rates is a little unfair in my opinion. Now, Crypto.com never made any promises that the posted interest rates would stay the same forever, and for the longest time they had better rates than their competitors, but I could totally see why some people are upset as well. Especially people who recently upgraded their card, factoring the former crypto earn interest rates in their mind when making that decision. But keep in mind that market conditions have also significantly changed from even 6 months ago, and Crypto.com's competitors, they've also been dropping their rates as well, like Celsius and Voyager Digital and BlockFi. Like I remember that Celsius once had a tier 1 max rate of like 1 Bitcoin with interest of like 6.2%, but then I think they dropped it to 0.25 Bitcoin, and then it went back up to 1 Bitcoin with a lower earnings rate of like 5%. But why did Crypto.com make these changes? There could be a couple of reasons, and I'm just speculating here, but this is what I think. Okay, I think it's very possible that the crypto earn rates were just costing them a lot of money, and they were subsidizing some of the interest from crypto earn, especially with the explosion in new users coming on board much faster than they anticipated. The existing crypto earn rates just weren't sustainable. And another possible reason is that we're like in a semi-crypto bear market, or at least a consolidation phase. Like both crypto markets and traditional equity markets have been stagnating over the past couple of months, and Crypto.com had to make this reduction in order to keep the crypto earn program sustainable. And as a company, especially a leader in the global crypto market space, you also have to assess for potential risks globally and economically. Like there are just a lot of risks going on that people have to understand. There is like the war in Europe, there is inflation risk, the price of oil, like there's a lot of global uncertainty right now. So for Crypto.com to want to ensure that they have ample funds in their treasury to mitigate some of these potential risks is understandable, or any company for that matter who wants to de-risk right now, it's a totally understandable thing, just like how people want to shift to stable coins right now. Okay, so I think that this move was made in terms of long-term sustainability in mind as they continue to onboard new users in the Crypto.com ecosystem. Now, a lot of people are saying that they should have just spent less money on marketing and keep the crypto earn rates. I really think that these are two different buckets. Like every year and every department in a company has a budget, like there's a marketing budget, a sales budget, an HR budget. You don't really dip into another department's budget mid-year. The marketing budgeting decisions were probably made last year with a clear roadmap, and they're just really executing on that budget this year. So I don't think it's fair to say, because they spent money on a Super Bowl ad, that's why you're seeing these reduced Crypto.com earn rates. So I really think that this move was more of reacting to global and market risks, as well as managing the treasury due to the explosion of new users on the platform, the ever-increasing cost of maintaining the crypto earn program, and maintaining sufficient treasury reserves in an environment where there's just a lot of global uncertainty. All right, but with that said, let's move on to areas of improvement and how do I feel as an Icy White Card holder. First and foremost, as an Icy White Card holder, the $30,000 cap on all card levels makes no sense whatsoever. Like, they really should have tiered the earn limits according to the card. There should have been a tiered cap based on your card level, where that cap goes higher as your card level goes higher. Like an Obsidian Black Card holder or Icy White Card holder with a $30,000 tier 1 cap just doesn't make sense whatsoever. I would say that if you were like a Midnight Blue card or Ruby Red card holder, having a $30,000 tier 1 cap on crypto earn, I could totally understand. I could also sort of see it being fair at the Jade Green level, where you have to stake $4,000 to get the Jade Green card. But sort of like once you reach those higher tier cards, and if you're staking like $40,000, I think in my opinion, it's a little low. I would say it would be way more fair if you kind of increase those tier 1 max limits. Like maybe Icy White Card holders could get, at least between $100,000 to $200,000 of tier 1 crypto earn cap, and Obsidian Black Card holders, maybe they could get something between like $250,000 to $500,000 of tier 1 crypto earn cap. Because this move by Crypto.com sort of disincentivizes some people to upgrade their cards, and also people who recently upgraded their cards feel a little betrayed. After all, one of the benefits is that you get increased crypto earn limits with the Icy White Card, with a $1 million crypto earn limit and $2 million with the Obsidian Black Card. So to have a $30,000 cap on 100% earn rates on these cards seems a little illogical to me. Like, even if you can't have a substantially different tier 1 cap, it makes sense to at least recognize the fact that higher tier card holders should get a better crypto earn rate. And I'm really sure that Crypto.com understands this, because there was a point in time in the company's history when only Obsidian Black Card holders got the best crypto earn rates. Then they reduced it so that the Icy White Card holders with a $40,000 stake and above got the best rate. And now it seems like as long as you have a Jade Green card and above, you're gonna get the best rate. So those are some of my thoughts. But again, even with all these changes, you do have to take a step back and you still have to look at the entire crypto ecosystem. A lot of companies are reducing or have reduced their rates, and things change all the time. So you really have to keep that in perspective. Like Celsius, for example, I mentioned this earlier, but back then they had like a tier 1 earning rate on up to like 1 Bitcoin and 100 ETH. And then that kind of changed to 0.25 Bitcoin and 30 ETH. And now I believe it's back to 1 Bitcoin and 30 ETH with a lower interest rate. So it just seems like these companies can change interest rates at all times. Like for Celsius, that was done within the last 6 months. So the reduction in interest yield, I don't think it's something that it's just Crypto.com doing. It's really uniform across the entire crypto ecosystem. And again, just to reiterate, things change all the time. So keep that in perspective. Crypto.com can change their mind again and the rates could go back up, or we could see a more compromised version of the rates again. So I personally will give them some slack over this move. There are just market risks and market conditions that Crypto.com has to respond to as a company, especially in a period of such global economic uncertainty. So I understand the move. And I personally would be okay with a lower crypto earn interest rate if it meant a longer term sustainable crypto.com. So let's still try to take a look at the positives. It's still an amazing fiat on-ramp, one of the best if you are a US customer. None of the reward rates on the crypto cards have changed. Your CRO stake is still getting the full interest amount, and there is no cap on the amount of CRO that you can stake. Because once again, the changes only affect the crypto earn program and not the CRO staking. And if you're a crypto.com private member, Icy White or Obsidian Black, you still get the additional 2% per annum on all fixed term allocations. And even with the halved earnings rate, it's still much better than what traditional banks are giving you, like what 0.01% interest on your savings. And just to reiterate, everyone is dropping their rates, Celsius and Voyager included. They both had much higher rates in 2021 compared to today, so keep that in mind. So I really think that Crypto.com had to make this move to become compatible and sustainable. And I personally don't think people are gonna stop using Crypto.com because of this move. I certainly won't. It's not really gonna stop the growth of Crypto.com, but it may disincentivize some users in keeping all their holdings on Crypto.com. They may look at DeFi or other options or other platforms, which is fine because I do too. And as much as I love Crypto.com, I also have some holdings in Celsius and Voyager as well. I own some VGX and I also have some holdings in DeFi. It's just really good for diversification and to keep up to date with the market. Myself personally, I still love my 5% CRO cashback for using the Icy White card. It's still the best crypto debit card product on the market that I could find. And I may be biased, but I still feel that the crypto debit card program is the crown jewel of the Crypto.com ecosystem currently and not the crypto earn program. So I'm not just gonna unstake and sell all my CRO just because of this move, knowing that things always change in the crypto world. Crypto.com is still competitive and still one of the easiest to use all-in-one crypto ecosystems, in my opinion. After all, if you want a centralized exchange or earnings platform, where else do you really put your funds? I know there are a lot of new companies popping up all the time, teasing great rates, but the only platforms that I personally trust right now are like Voyager, Celsius, and Coinbase, and their rates really aren't that much better, even with this change by Crypto.com. So at the end of the day, I'd rather have sustainability with lower rates than no platform at all. The other thing to keep in mind is that Crow is not just for the crypto debit cards or the crypto earn program. It will be the fuel of the Chronos ecosystem, which I will make a future video on. And there are a lot of exciting projects and developments happening on there. Don't underestimate the Chronos ecosystem, as everything is still early for CRO, and in the future, there really could be opportunities for Crow holders to potentially earn much more in yield compared to even the crypto earn program without the cuts through DeFi opportunities, and then this entire backlash goes away. So definitely don't discount some of these developments. I personally won't be touching any of my CRO, but again, I do feel you and I do feel bad for the people who recently upgraded or who got hurt by this move. And I totally think the one improvement, as I mentioned earlier, I really do hope Crypto.com studies a tiered system for the tier 1 max limits, where it should really increase the higher level card that you have. I think that would just be overall a little bit more fair in my opinion and really help increase customer loyalty, especially the long-term supporters of Crypto.com and the ones who have the Icy White and Obsidian Black cards. Community, in my opinion, is just really important in crypto. So I really hope that they kind of address these things, or at least do an AMA to address some of these things. But again, things always change. So keep everything in perspective. This is not the final product. These aren't going to be the crypto earn rates forever. Things always change. So keep that in perspective. But what do you guys think? How do you guys feel about the change? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Let me know your thoughts on the comments below. And as with anything and everything, please do your own due diligence. Please do your own research. Don't trust anyone, including myself, unless you've done proper due diligence for yourself. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Drop a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.